Most people don't lose money because they don't earn enough. They lose it because they don't know how to manage it. This isn't just about the wealthy. It's a fundamental life skill applicable to everyone, irrespective of income level. It doesn't matter if you make $30,000 a year or $300,000. If you don't control your money, it will control you. Have you ever felt like payday arrives, and before you even realize it, your bank balance is almost gone? Rent, bills, subscriptions, eating out, random shopping, suddenly there's nothing left, and you're waiting for the next paycheck. That's what we call living paycheck to paycheck, and you are certainly not alone in this experience. Studies show that more than 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and this includes people making over $100,000 a year. Even high earners often end up broke because lifestyle inflation eats up everything they make. They get a raise, they upgrade the car, they get a bonus, they upgrade the house. More income doesn't automatically equal more wealth. Here's the real danger. When you live paycheck to paycheck, any surprise expense can knock you off balance. A medical bill, a car repair, or even something as simple as your phone breaking can suddenly force you to reach for the credit card. Once you start using debt to cover daily life, it becomes a cycle that is incredibly hard to break. Imagine this scenario. You earn $3,000 a month, but your expenses are $3,100. That's just $100 more than you make, but it means you're constantly behind, owing money on a credit card, and that debt grows with interest. Next month, you're even deeper in the hole, and this is precisely how financial stress builds up. But here's the good news. Escaping this cycle doesn't require winning the lottery or landing a six-figure job. It starts with awareness. The very first step is asking yourself, where is my money actually going? Most people don't know. They just spend and hope it works out. But when you shine a light on your spending, you gain control. This awareness is the foundation of financial freedom, and budgeting is your most powerful tool. Budgeting doesn't have to feel restrictive. It's about making informed choices that align with your goals. One popular method is the 50/30/20 rule. 50% of your after-tax income for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and debt repayment. Needs include essentials like rent, utilities, and groceries, while wants cover discretionary spending such as dining out or entertainment. Remember, these percentages can be adjusted based on your individual circumstances and priorities, like focusing more on debt repayment. Another effective strategy is zero-based budgeting, where every dollar of your income is assigned a purpose. This means income minus expenditures equals zero, ensuring every dollar is accounted for, whether it's for bills, savings, or debt. Beyond these rules, consistently track all your expenses using apps or spreadsheets to identify spending patterns. Categorize expenses into essential and non-essential, cut back on unnecessary spending, and set realistic limits for flexible categories. Treat savings as a fixed expense to prioritize long-term goals, and regularly review and adjust your budget monthly. Consider using cash instead of credit or debit cards for certain purchases. It can make you think twice before spending. Escaping the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle doesn't require winning the lottery. It truly starts with awareness. Knowing where your money is going is paramount. Most people just spend and hope it works out, but that's a risky approach. Shining a light on your spending gives you undeniable control, forming the very foundation of financial freedom. Financial awareness is indeed the first step to freedom, but also consider strategies to increase your income. This could involve taking on part-time work, freelancing, renting out assets, or selling unused items. Acquiring new skills or negotiating a raise with your current employer are also powerful ways to boost your earnings. Because the truth is, money isn't just about numbers. It's profoundly about the choices you make every day. When you manage your money, you're not just paying bills. You're actively buying peace of mind. You're buying options for your future and the freedom to say yes to what truly matters and no to what doesn't. Everyone's situation is unique, but remember, even small changes can make a significant difference over time. Prioritizing your financial well-being, putting more income into savings, or paying off debt will empower you to feel in control. Take that first step towards financial freedom today. Create a budget, track your expenses, and set clear financial goals. Your journey to financial peace of mind begins now. Seek professional advice if needed and empower your future. Finances aren't just about math, they're fundamentally about psychology, influencing every decision we make with our money. Most people mistakenly believe that managing money is solely about crunching numbers, using calculators, or meticulously tracking bank accounts. However, the reality is far more nuanced. Effective money management is deeply intertwined with our behavior, our ingrained habits, and the intricate ways our brain processes emotions. Consider this common scenario. How many times have you found yourself purchasing an item you didn't truly need, simply because you were enticed by the prominent word sale? When we encounter a sign proclaiming sale, 50% off, our brain often plays a clever trick, convincing us that we are actively saving money rather than spending it. This perceived saving triggers a powerful dopamine rush, creating a fleeting sense of victory and making us feel like astute financial winners. Yet, the harsh truth is that we frequently end up spending our hard-earned money on items that ultimately go unused, gathering dust in our homes. This phenomenon is precisely what we call the trap of impulse shopping, a common pitfall in personal finance. Retailers, advertisers, and even financial institutions like banks are acutely aware of these psychological vulnerabilities. They meticulously design marketing strategies specifically crafted to push our emotional buttons, bypassing rational thought. These tactics often evoke a sense of urgency, scarcity, or the pervasive fear of missing out, compelling us to act quickly. Phrases such as "only today," "last chance," or "limited stock" are expertly engineered to circumvent our logical reasoning. They directly propel us into making emotional spending decisions, often without proper consideration of our true needs or financial capacity. Credit cards represent another incredibly powerful psychological tool in the financial landscape. They are designed to make the act of spending feel virtually painless, detaching us from the immediate impact of our purchases. When you pay with physical cash, you experience the tangible loss of money instantly, creating a natural psychological barrier to overspending. However, with a credit card, you simply swipe or tap, and the transaction often doesn't feel real or impactful in the moment. This detachment persists until the inevitable bill arrives at the end of the month, bringing with it the stark reality of accumulated expenses. This is precisely why so many individuals find themselves spending far more than they initially intended, leading to the gradual accumulation of debt. Understanding these psychological triggers underscores the critical importance of building robust financial habits. These habits serve as powerful safeguards, protecting you from impulsive, emotionally driven decisions that can derail your financial well-being. They act much like guardrails on a winding road, providing a clear path and keeping you safe, even when numerous distractions emerge. Here are 3 fundamental habits that possess the power to profoundly transform your financial life, setting you on a path to greater security. Number 1, diligently plan your expenses. This involves a proactive approach to your finances. Before the start of each month, take the time to meticulously write down your anticipated income and consciously decide in advance how you intend to allocate every dollar. Allocate specific amounts for essential needs, for enjoyable leisure activities, and crucially, for your savings goals. This deliberate planning process effectively removes financial chaos and empowers you with a profound sense of control over your money. Number 2, consistently track where your money goes. This habit is about awareness. You simply cannot effectively control what you do not measure or understand. Whether you prefer a traditional notebook or a modern budgeting application, diligently record all your expenses. Initially, this practice might feel somewhat uncomfortable as you begin to realize just how much money subtly slips away on daily coffees, impulse snacks, or forgotten subscriptions. However, this newfound awareness is the absolutely crucial first step towards initiating meaningful financial change. Number 3, prioritize paying yourself first. This habit reverses the traditional saving approach. Most people operate under the assumption that they will save whatever money is left over at the end of the month. Unfortunately, for many, the reality is that often, nothing substantial is left to save after all other expenses are covered. Instead, adopt the more effective strategy. Reverse the process entirely and prioritize saving before you even begin to spend. Immediately transfer a predetermined portion of your income directly into your savings or investment accounts as soon as you receive it. This single, powerful habit is arguably the most effective way to build financial security and wealth faster than any other method. The underlying secret to financial success is remarkably simple. Money thrives on order and structure. When you provide your finances with clear structure and consistent management, your money begins to work diligently for you. It grows and multiplies rather than you constantly working solely for your money, shifting the dynamic in your favor. Always remember, psychology exerts a far greater influence over your money than mere mathematics ever will. If you commit to understanding your personal financial triggers, diligently build and maintain good habits, and remain acutely aware of your emotions, you will break free. You will break free from the burdensome cycle of debt and confidently move towards achieving true financial freedom and security.
We've talked about the dangers of impulse spending and the power of financial habits. Now, let's go one step further. How to make money management part of your daily life. The truth is, financial freedom doesn't come from one big decision. It comes from small actions repeated every single day.
And today, technology makes those actions easier than ever. First, let's talk about smart tools.
There are dozens of free or low-cost apps that can help you take control of your money. Budgeting apps like Mint, Inab, short for You Need a Budget, or even simple spreadsheets in Google Sheets can be life-changing. They connect to your bank accounts, track your spending automatically, and show you exactly where your money is going. Imagine opening your phone and seeing a clear breakdown. 40% went to rent, 25% to food and groceries, 15% to transportation, 10% to fun, and 10% to savings. That awareness alone changes your behavior. Instead of wondering, where did my paycheck disappear? You'll know the answer instantly. Another smart tool is automation. Most people fail to save because saving depends on willpower, but willpower is limited. The solution? Remove willpower from the equation. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account the day your paycheck arrives. Treat it like a bill you owe yourself. This way, saving happens without thinking. Automation also works for bills. Schedule automatic payments for utilities, credit cards, or subscriptions. This prevents late fees, protects your credit score, and saves you stress.
Now, let's talk about daily actions. Small steps compound over time. For example,
choosing to cook at home instead of eating out once or twice a week. That alone can save hundreds per month. Reviewing your subscriptions. Many people pay for services they forgot they signed up for. Canceling just a few unused apps can free up money instantly. Practicing the 24-hour rule. When you feel the urge to buy something online, wait 24 hours. Often, the desire passes, and you realize you didn't really need it. These small actions may feel insignificant, but they add up. Imagine saving just $5 per day.
That's $150 per month, or $1,800 per year. Invest that money instead of spending it, and in 10 years it could grow to tens of thousands of dollars.
Remember, financial success is not about perfection. It's about consistency.
You don't need to get everything right today. You just need to take one small step and then repeat it tomorrow.
Here's the key takeaway. Smart tools make it easy. Daily habits make it automatic. And over time, these small actions create massive results. So ask yourself, what's one simple thing you can do today to improve your finances? Start there and let that small win push you forward. Because at the end of the day, financial freedom isn't about money. It's about peace of mind. It's about knowing you're in control and that your future is secure.